Hi, this is Darrell Barnes with BarnesBasics, and before we race off to the next problem, I want to just stop and talk about how to isolate variables for a minute. We're on problem 3A. We just got through finishing that. This is the Sasquatch problem, and this is the original problem, or the original formula for uniform acceleration. It is acceleration is equal to the final velocity minus the initial velocity divided by the time. And when we looked at this problem, it said that we had a large bipedal furry creature approaching to the north toward my position with the initial velocity of 2.5 meters per second. So I realized that this was the initial velocity, 2.5 meters per second to the north, an acceleration of negative 0.5 meters per second squared indicated that the critter was slowing down. It uniformly slows for 5 seconds. That gives us the time. So whenever I look at the variables that are listed or provided in the equation, initial velocity, acceleration, and time, if I have a formula that looks like this, I might circle these. I might say, well, I've got acceleration, I've got initial velocity, and I have time. It looks like I'm trying to solve for this one right here, trying to solve for VF. So what do? Well, the main thing is just to do the same thing to both sides of the equation, no matter what happens. So if I want to isolate VF, what I might choose to do is maybe get rid of this T on the bottom first. So if I want to get rid of this T, I would multiply this by T on the top, like this. That would allow me to cancel this T. And then if I want to isolate even further, let's don't rush too much on this. Let's say T times A is equal to VF minus VI. Let's say that. If I want to get rid of the VI, then what I might want to do is just add that to both sides of the equation. So I'm going to kind of shift it over this way just a little bit to make myself a little bit more room. Let's write this a little bit different. Let's go T times A is equal to VF minus VI. So if I added VI, initial velocity, to both sides, I could cancel this VI. And then if I usually like to have my variable on the left, so I might just flip this around. I might just say VF is equal to VI. And if we kind of go alphabetical in order, we could say plus A times T. And in the end, that is in fact that's the formula that we wind up using in this problem. Initial velocity 2.5, acceleration negative 0.5, and time 5. And what we found in this problem is that we have a negative 2.5 and a positive 2.5 cancels to make a final velocity of 0. Here's what I want you to think about. Little physics pep talk for just a minute. When a person like you can take a formula like this and then rearrange it, A is equal to VF minus VI divided by T, rearrange it and solve for a different variable, you have more options. And as my mom said, Norma Barnes, life is better when a person has options. And so this is the kind of thing that your physics teacher will do. They will provide you challenges like this. And so learning how to solve for variables is very important. And I want you to remember this too. Personally, me, I'm not strong at math at all. I'm probably average at best. I'm not the kind of math geek math dweeb that just thrills over May the 10th of 2015 because it's 5/10/15. Oh my goodness, I'm not that person, but I can see the beauty in it. So it was only when I started doing physics problems, and I can exactly remember what it was. I can remember there was a truck. It was a problem like this. There was a truck sitting on a bridge, and I was trying to calculate if the bridge could support the weight of the truck. And it was a time in my life when all of a sudden math made sense to me. Oh my goodness, you can use this for something besides making change at the cash register. Marvelous. So physics is a beautiful real life application of all the math you've been learning all these years. So love it, enjoy it, and when a problem puts the beat down on you, I've seen smart physics teachers struggle with problems themselves that they have assigned their students. So just know that. Just know that you are good enough to do this, and just keep working at it, and it'll kind of become natural. It's kind of like, riding a bicycle. You kind of got to start out slow and just kind of keep working it out. Another thing, I want to say this is really important. I get Miss Hughes to look at my work because she's smarter than me. This is very important. When you're in physics class, find somebody in the class that is smarter than you. Hang out with them, learn how they think, watch them work problems. I'm not saying to copy off of them, I'm just saying watch what they do, ask them questions. Be helpful to them when you can, right? So those are just some reflections that I have. I just really kind of set out to solve for VF in this problem, but as I was thinking about it, I was thinking, man, there's some really fun things about physics. It is truly PHUN fun. Physics is fun. It is for nerds probably. But you're that kind of a nerd. You're a nerdly kind of person that can appreciate this kind of fun. So keep up the good work.